your host, The Film Doctor. We are here reviewing some of the best films ever. Without further ado, let's jump right into our movie review. Glass Onion. You know, I feel like I should have backtracked and watched the original Knives Out. I haven't seen it in a very long time. But I want to talk about this film as just this film. I don't want to really compare it to its predecessor. Here I am using big words. The funny part is that there was a lot of big words that were used. Were they real big words or were they not? It starts to get to a point where you sit there and you act like this.
You've been warned, all right? Just move forward amicably.
Okay, well, so check this out. Though. First of all, you're throwing too many big words at me. Okay, now, because I don't understand them, I'm going to take them as disrespect. Watch your mouth and help me with the sale.
Okay, see, now you found yourself a nigga. You were looking for a nigga? Nigga here now, see?
Today's forecast, dark and cloudy, and chance of drive-by.
You want to go?
Your ass is just you move back.
Then Nick, fire off.
Yes, there were big words in it. Yes, it was confusing points. I think that, yes, they probably, well, fuck it. Let's just talk about screenplay. The screenplay in here was written in such a demeanor where I'm sure they covered all their X's and their O's, where they were talking so highly intelligently on purpose, using words that weren't words, blah, 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 where they were connecting the dots from past, present, and future. Well, maybe just past and present. I think that it was almost like the movie Clue. It was like your typical murder mystery. It was like just trying to follow along every single piece, sometimes with all the different twists and turns, with all the complications, with all the detailing of what happened here, there, and wherever else, in order to tell this story and not lose you, but still also create this murder mystery feel. Sometimes it makes it a little bit harder to enjoy the movie. Now, if you're somebody that can amicably follow along with everything that's going on and be able to try and guess who did what, yeah, that kind of would be good for you. This movie would be good for you, should I say. And I wasn't able to follow along, but I was able to watch it as a movie. The screenplay in general, I was not listening to every word to try and solve the puzzle or figure out who the killer is. But, you know, it is what it is. Yeah, I think when you're dealing with that, you want to tell so much information but not tell so much information so that you don't foreshadow, so you don't give away who it is, if you want to go for this big reveal at the end. So in my eyes, I think in that aspect, amicably, they did a good job, I guess. Other than that, the acting. Daniel Craig, his voice, I don't know, is that character, I hate it. That's just a personal thing. I'm not saying as the film doctor that you guys need to judge that as being something. It was just annoying. There are certain voices that were annoying. The lady, and I can't think of her name, the black woman who plays the twin, but it's the sister, yada yada yada. The sister that's on the retreat, or on the, she goes to the Glass Onion, or whatever you want to call it. Her accent was fucking annoying. You know, to be a twin and they sound completely different, to me just didn't make sense. I don't know if that was her way of, you know, we're backtracking and everything and talking about acting versus screenwriting, yada yada yada, but it wasn't something where it was like, why did you do that? Are you doing that so that you can separate the two? Like, we can do that. You can look differently. There's a lot of times where you have twins and they look and sound exactly the same. You did not have to make them look and sound like two different people. Otherwise, just make them two fucking different people. So, I'm not going to hold anybody against that either. So, that's that. Music. special. You know, I get to these points where I talk about music, and there's nothing special about the music inside of this one. Average music. I think that should become just the typical thing that I talk about. Average. Just say it was average. Meaning that there was nothing that stood out about it. There was nothing that was so terrible about it. It was just your typical movie music. Okay? What am I missing? Cinematography. There was a lot of CGI with the fire and other certain things. You know, there's a part where he's on the motorcycle and whips by this other car, one of the characters, and it came across more CGI. It came across not as believable. There were maybe certain points where the cinematography was great. You know, to be on the beach and everybody's arriving. I think anything that deals with that beach or that, as I talked about with Avatar, that Caribbean, Hawaii kind of look and feel, cinematography wise, they do well. You know, to see this beautiful dome, onion, glass house, whatever you want to call it, there were just certain things that were imagery-wise beautiful to see and experience, but I wouldn't say the cinematography was spot on. I mean, the main focus for this movie was not a let's be cinematic kind of film. It was more like let's create this murder mystery kind of film, while at the same time it's giving some humor. Now, I hate to backtrack on acting, and I can't think of her name. Kate Hudson. Kate Hudson. I didn't like her acting in this. You know. Although when you think about it, can you really name a phenomenal Kate Hudson movie? I'll wait while you think of one. I can't. I really honestly think that overall the movie was entertaining to watch. If you like the first one, you're definitely going to like this one. Was it an A? No. Was it a C? No. And I hate to keep giving these movie B's, but to me, I feel like a B is that standard point where it was like, hey, this was a decent movie to watch. Wasn't great, wasn't average, wasn't terrible. So I know that I've reviewed 3 movies thus far on these 3 episodes of Film Addict, and I'm giving them that B range kind of grading, but I think that if you want an A, then you better step it up for that to be an A. If you want it to just be average, and I know some people may watch this movie and they may say, I didn't really like it, this, that, and the other. I didn't like the big words, I didn't like the big twist, I didn't like the acting, I didn't like this. And so to me, that just says, hey, you agree with me that it's not an A. But was it something that you can sit there and just watch and be entertaining? Who doesn't like Daniel Craig? Who doesn't like Batista? I mean, honestly, it was just entertaining to watch. Overall rating? My overall rating for it is a B. I'm not going to give it a B+. I think it's too close. I think that there's so many different things that could have been better, but this was not, like I said, a film where they were going for a cinematic feel. This was a film that they were going for a murder mystery to entertain, to chuckle at here and there, and follow along and see if you can find out who done it. It's a whodunit film. So it is what it is. I'm going to give it a B. That's all I have for you guys today. I am the Film Doctor. Thanks for tuning in. Please don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. And as always, check us out next time on another exciting episode of Film Addict.